towards peace and security in the region and beyond. Iran's leaders say that their nuclear program is for medical research and electricity. To date, however, they have been unable to convince the international community that their nuclear activities are solely for peaceful purposes. That's why the world is united in its resolve to address this issue and why Iran is now so isolated.
From the Middle East to Asia, where a bus veered off an expressway and fell 60 meters into the roadside ravine, killing 13 people and wounding 15 others in southwest China's Yunnan province. The accident occurred on a section of an expressway in the city of Baoshan. 29 people, including the driver, were on board the 30-seater bus as part of a tour. The injured passengers were rescued from in and outside the severely deformed vehicle within 2 hours, after which they were rushed to Baoshan People's Hospital. An initial investigation showed that the driver was responsible for the accident as he was operating the vehicle improperly in the heavy rain.
截至记者发稿时，已有15名伤者陆续被救。这些伤者有的是伤着头部或者脚部，还有的伤着胸部。目前伤者已根据受伤护送到医院。
To yet another international headliner, 5 explosions at a bus park in northern Nigeria's main city of Kano killed at least 25 people. The explosions took place in an area where Islamist sect Boko Haram is waging an insurgency against the government. The blast destroyed several buses in the Sabongari area of Kano, an area mostly inhabited by immigrants from Nigeria's largely Christian south. No group has said it was behind the blast, but Islamist militants from the Boko Haram group have attacked Kano in the past. It is the largest city in the mainly Muslim north of Nigeria. In January 2012, about 150 people died in Kano in a series of coordinated attacks by Boko Haram. The group is fighting to overthrow the Nigeria government and create an Islamic state. It is also believed to have a presence in Nigeria, Cameroon, Niger and Chad. Israel's new coalition government, led by Benjamin Netanyahu, has been sworn in after nearly 2 months of negotiations between political parties. Netanyahu will return as Prime Minister, heading a coalition that includes parties that support the Jewish settlements on Palestinian land. Settlement supporters have secured the defense and housing ministries, but ultra-Orthodox Jewish factions have been excluded from the government for the first time in a decade. The swearing-in began after Israel's parliament voted to approve the new government after national elections in January gave no party a clear majority. Speaking to Parliament, Netanyahu repeated a pledge to make a historic compromise in order to make peace with the Palestinians. The new lineup includes a strong showing of pro-settlement ministers. Both the defense and housing ministries, which must approve construction in the occupied territories, have gone to pro-settlement activists. Here we take yet another break. Stay with us for more updates in the business and sports arena. In rest of the updates, 5 engineers who created the Internet and the World Wide Web have together won the inaugural 1 million Queen Elizabeth Prize for engineering for their innovations. The innovations have revolutionized the way people communicate and enable the development of whole new industries. Today, a third of the world's population use the Internet, and it is estimated to carry around 330 petabytes of data per year. Enough to transfer every character ever written in every book ever published 20 times over. Engineers Robert Kahn, Vinton Cerf, Louis Puzin, Tim Berners-Lee and Mark Andreessen were announced as the winners at the Royal Academy of Engineering, which administers the prize. The winners will come to London in June for the formal presentation of the prize by Her Majesty the Queen. The international team of judges for the prize considers that these 5 outstanding engineers epitomize this approach in the way that they designed and built the Internet and the web. the 5 masterminds of the internet. We now take a look at the business updates.
आर्थिक समाचारको साथमा नेपाल बैंक लिमिटेड, नेपालको पहिलो बैंक.
The Ministry of Finance is preparing to bring an ordinance in order to further current programs and for holding elections. Spokesperson of the Ministry, Krishna Prasad Devkota, informed that various ministries have demanded 38 billion rupees for current expenses and a little over 2 billion rupees for capitalistic expenses. Devkota also informed that the ministry has already started internal groundworks on budget for the upcoming fiscal year.
देखि तपाईलाई साथ दिँदै आएको, तपाईको साथी, तपाईको सहारा, तपाईको रक्षक, तपाईको प्रेरक, तपाईको सहयात्री. नेपाल बैंक लिमिटेड, नेपालको पहिलो बैंक.
The government has decided to allow private sector in petroleum trading. The doors for private investment in the trade opened following the approval from the Cabinet upon recommendation from the Ministry of Commerce and Supplies this week. This ends long-running monopoly of the state-owned Nepal Oil Corporation in the business. According to the ministry, the minimum paid-up capital requirement for refinery companies stands at 20 billion rupees for petroleum trading firms, 10 billion rupees. LPG importing firms require 5 billion rupees paid-up capital, and for LPG importing plants it has been set at 50 million rupees. Also, private companies dealing in petrol, diesel and kerosene require installing a depot with stock capacity. Entrepreneurs, despite being positive with the developments, say problems still prevail. They identify the agreement between NOC and the Indian Oil Corporation and political stability as major hurdles for them in the trade.
आर्थिक समाचारको साथमा नेपाल बैंक लिमिटेड, नेपालको पहिलो बैंक.
A quick sports roundup. Machinra Football Club and Nepal Army Club played a 1-1 draw to share points in the ongoing Martyrs Memorial A Division Super League yesterday. In the match at the stadium, Machinra got lead in the injury time of the first half, thanks to the suicide goal from Army's defender Jitendra Karki. Novayug Shrestha rescued Army with equalizer in the injury time of the second half. With the draw, Machinra is at the 4th spot with 31 points, while Army is at the 5th spot with 29 points. Both teams have played 18 matches each. Time for the weather forecast. With this, we've come to the end of the bulletin. To wrap up, a quick reminder of the headlines once again. Kilaraj Regme expands his election cabinet, inducting 8 more former bureaucrats as ministers. Supreme Court issues interim order directing the Chief Justice to execute his function only as head of the executive. Unethical practice goes unabated at many exam centers in the ongoing school leaving certificate examination. At least 20 people die in 5 explosions at a bus station in the northern Nigerian city of Kano. And Nepal Army salvages a last-minute draw against Machinra in the A Division Super League. That's all for now. We have another news bulletin in Nepali in less than an hour, and our next English news bulletin will come at 12. Please log on to www.ntv.org.np for regular news updates.